Welcome to Out Your Shell. The music started. Beautiful, beautiful music. So, Cambodia is known for its Buddhism, like most of Asia. But in this sponsored video, we're going to talk about the Islamic community. So, let's step away from the beauty of Buddhism here in Cambodia, Siem Reap, and we're going to engage in the Islamic community and see what it's like here, the history, where it's at now, how big is Islam here in Siem Reap. So make sure you like and subscribe and enjoy the music for a second. Nice. Specifically, Assalamu alaikum, Omar. Thank you for sponsoring this video. Planning on coming here and starting a couple of businesses, and this is for you and anyone of the Islamic community. Now, full disclosure, I am not religious, but very open-minded and happy to listen to other points of views. So, Omar has asked that I sort of engage in the community, see what it's like if you are Muslim to come here. Now, Cambodia originally was 3 different separate Muslim groups, which will be talked about by Fauzi, an amazing tour guide, or used to be a tour guide, and now he's dedicated his life to Islam for that guidance, and an amazing gentleman. So when you watch this, Fauzi, thank you for giving me that time and welcoming me into the community. So I want you to enjoy the video, keep an open mind, and please comment down below. Did you expect to be such a deep history of Islam amongst Cambodia? Because I didn't. Absolutely badass warriors, 100%. So Islam actually came from the Cham people, from the Champa kingdom back in the Khmer Empire times, that is now known as Vietnam. And as of right now, the population of Muslims in the whole of Cambodia is about 2%. Now, when I went to the mosque, they were explaining that during the Khmer Rouge, the Islamic community was sort of really damaged and to rebuild. But hats off to Fauzi for explaining this. The community, the strength of the community is extremely strong. Any vulnerable Muslim, and their address is known, is checked on in any province. Like, there's dedicated people that go around and just bring food or medicine and like care for those that are vulnerable, which is amazing. So yeah, enjoy the video, guys. There'll be things in the future happening, and I just want to say before we get and start is that when there's a sponsored video like this, it helps me support and do the things I love to do, which right now, as of recording this, is Vanny and building her home. So if you do want a sponsored video, reach out, Facebook, Instagram, Out Your Shell, okay? So let's go. Now barang, stupid barang, dude. You make it look so easy. Beautiful with the green though. So I'm very lucky to be welcomed into the main mosque, meeting Fauzi. Great English as well, by the way, it's very good, it helps me a lot. Fauzi, would you like to introduce yourself and tell us about this mosque in Siem Reap?
Yeah, good morning everyone. So my name is Fauzi. I'm a Cambodian Muslim who was born in Battambang, a province located about 180 kilometers from here in the northwest of Cambodia. So my family moved here in 1993 during Civil War, and then start living in Dom Dike village, about 30 km from here. So Siem Reap is one of the province that there are small numbers of Muslim communities. There are about 15 mosques.
Oh wow!
Big and smalls. But we have a few big mosques that we call masjid.
Okay,
Masjid. where people do Jumat pray, I
Okay.
mean Friday pray,
Mhm.
and also Idil Adha and Fitri pray.
Oh wow.
But the rest we
Mhm.
call Surau.
Sarau.
Surau is a smaller mosque
Okay.
where they can pray 5 times a day.
Mhm.
But for Friday pray
Mm.
and Idil Adha and Fitri pray, they have to come to these
Ah.
few big mosques.
Yeah, the main
Yeah,
ones.
the main one. Yeah.
Rimnipsua, thank you. Sitting with us. Um, the Cambodia is well known for its Buddhism, and when I came here, I didn't realize there are small pockets of Christianity and Muslim. Even Siem Reap. Do you have a rough guess of how many Muslims are in Siem Reap? Do you have an idea of how much?
In Siem Reap, among these 15 villages,
Mm.
the biggest one is here. It's called Stuntmai.
Stuntamai.
Stuntmai. There are about 250 to 300 families
Oh wow,
living in here.
wow.
So these numbers we count include it with the people who move in and rent a room and
Mm.
working related to tourism.
Oh wow.
Yeah, but
Huh.
if the one who own the house here
Mhm.
is almost 200 only.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, almost 200 families only in this community.
Yeah.
And then other Muslim communities, much smaller, some of them 100 families, and my village,
Mm.
only
Wow.
65 families. Yeah, something
Okay.
like that. So generally in Siem Reap, there are about 7 to 800 families in Siem Reap.
That are Muslim.
They are Muslim.
Okay, so it's
Yeah.
a big community. It's bigger than I thought it would be. And when you said 15 mosques, I was thinking two. So it
Ah.
shows it is bigger than I thought. As a Khmer Muslim man, are there any challenges between the Islamic religion and the Buddhist religion? Is there any friction or anything that makes life harder for you?
Uh, Before, when I was in primary school,
Mm.
there were a few that when people, myself as a Muslim, we
Mm.
don't learn about our religions
Mm.
much. And then as a Buddhism friends of
Mm.
mine, they don't really learn much about that also. They just
Yeah.
heard from their elders and elders.
Mm. Mm.
And then a little fight,
Mm.
as a kid in school
Mhm. Mhm.
happened
Yeah.
because of this.
Yeah.
But later on, when we grow up, in the community,
Mm.
all good. In Cambodia, I would say uh, we live here very safe and peacefully with other religions.
Mm. Mm.
Between Buddhists and Muslims,
Mhm.
we are like brothers and
Oh,
sisters.
lovely.
And the government also, support us a lot.
Oh, wow. Oh, good.
Give us a lot of right to do as well
Awesome.
in Cambodia.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. It's good to know that everyone's accepted despite religion, stuff like that. Is the Islamic community here, is it very close? Like everyone, like you said about the 700 families and so on, does everyone help each other within the Muslim community? Is it a very, because in England, if you're Muslim, you have, everyone is your brother and sister, your family. If you don't have food for the day, someone's going to help. Is it the same here?
Yeah.
Yep.
Here is the same because the people who learn about the religions,
Mm.
so they know about that. So the more they give,
Mm.
the more they save for the hereafter.
Yep. Yep.
So when one of our brothers and or sister
Mm.
have a hard time,
Mm.
we also need to help. If
Mm.
one person died
Yep.
because of hungers,
Mm.
nothing to eat, and you
Yeah.
don't help, you
Yeah.
all will get sins.
Yep.
So
Yep.
so that's why in here we have people who goes every day.
Mm.
Some of them goes every day to visit. We
Mm.
call zirah,
Mhm.
from house to house.
Mhm. Wow.
So when we know that someone got sick, and then they would pass information to the people in here. We have
Ah.
mushara. We have a meeting every day.
Okay.
Yeah, we have meeting every day. And then when they point out, oh, this family, for example, Abdullah, he got sick and
Mm.
now
Mm.
he been hospitalized in Siem Reap province hospital.
Yeah.
So we would go and visit with our families, and
Oh,
if people
wow.
can afford to bring things, they would bring a gift or a
Wow.
fruit, something like that to that people.
That's a very strong community feel. It's almost like you all have to help each other because maybe for the love and compassion of community, but also if something happens to me, I know I have the brothers and sisters here that are going to look after me as well. That's nice. That's good to hear. That's nice. I understand you're very well connected in Khmer Muslim community. For expats, for foreigners moving here, would you feel like they would be welcomed into the Muslim community, or is there any hesitation or worry because they're foreign?
For expats or travelers, even just a few days tourists, they are very welcome, to be here.
Nice.
But the thing is, because of the cultures, the different of cultures, the way of living, and their languages. So most of the people in here, they speak little English, especially older.
Yes.
Younger people now start to have English,
Yeah.
but
Lessons and
they shy to talk to a foreigner. So there are a few people like me who working with tourism. So I like to talk to foreigner whenever I see them coming and pray in here. I like to talk and any question that they want to know about Islam in here, I
Awesome.
would tell them. I would tell
Awesome.
them. We also have a few friends from that we met from Bangladesh, from India, from a few countries in Europe who end up, have a hard time here as well with their visa
Oh,
problems
yes. Yeah.
and passport expiring like that. We
Yeah.
also help them to deal and resolve
Wow.
that problem as
Wow.
well, as much as we can.
Yeah, that's really good. Wow, yeah. Fauzi and I, as he was welcoming me into this beautiful mosque, he was talking about the use of the Quran. Now, make sure I'm correct, but when they are doing their prayers, it's all in Arabic,
Yes.
right? So for anyone that does come to Siem Reap who is Muslim or wants to study Islam, everything here is in Arabic. So it was a big hesitation for a couple of people who messaged saying if they come here and they want to join the mosque, do they have to learn Khmer, which is very hard. So luckily they also do it in Arabic. And Fauzi was saying that when they do speeches to the Khmer people, they would translate part of the Quran into Khmer. So it's a very perfect situation if you do want to come to Siem Reap and you do want to study Islam or you are Islamic yourself, you could just come and join as it goes. Lovely. Are there any traditions that you know of that are practiced here but might not be practiced in the Western world, in England? So all the prayers, are they the same globally, or is there anything different with Khmer?
For praying and the way that we practice as a Muslim, it's same
Same, okay.
globally.
Nice.
But a few things that in here we have a group of people that also from Muslims community. They're doing this work, give more time and their own money to do these things.
Yeah.
Like I said, people would go from one house to one house to visit families, and then we call tabligh people.
Tamlip.
Yeah, tabligh or da'wah, and then they would spend 40 days or 4 months out of their home to other community
Wow.
to visit other Muslim as well, and
Wow.
sometimes if they can afford they would go out to other country as well.
Wow.
And then they would stay in different mosques and then do speeches about Islam,
Wow.
to remind ourselves how to behave as a good Muslims, and then walk on the right path for the hereafter. Yeah.
Very important, very dedicated. Lovely. Arkoun Jalan, everyone. Could you explain the origin, if we know, could you explain the origin of Islam in Cambodia? Like, how did it originate in a country that's heavily Buddhist?
So because I'm working as a tour guide, so I know not very detailed, but some history about that. So actually, Islam spread out from Arabic country, from Arabic. So people are curious how come a country in Southeast Asia got Muslim community here.
Yeah.
So actually, Muslims spread out during that time through China. So from Arabic and then all the way to China, and from there was a country called Champa, which is now in Vietnam.
Yeah.
So they lost their country already during the Angkor time.
Yeah.
Now it's Vietnam. So because there are Vietnamese Muslim who live there, who speak Cham language, and some of them fled and moved living in Cambodia. Most of them also speak Cham, but most of them they live on the north and east side of Mekong River.
Oh wow. Okay.
So they speak only Cham language, and some of them speak also Khmer language. Yeah. So and some of them also still living in one of the province in the south part of China, where my friends went there and met those people.
Wow.
They also speak Cham language also.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah. So we have two main ethnic in Cambodia. Of Muslim. One we call Cham, another one we call Chwie. Chwie is another ethnic from Java, Indonesia.
Okay.
Yeah.
Wow.
If you learn about the history in the past, Cambodia, have a lot of businessmen sail their boats from different countries. Basically, we are very close and more interact with Indian businessmen. So that's why this country been converted from Buddhism to Hinduism back and forth.
And you can see that in the temples as well. Yeah.
And then for Muslims, they got Chwie, Jawa, and also Cham peoples in Cambodia. So that's why in Battambang, where I was born, they are Jawa. They are Chwie. They don't speak Cham at all.
Wow.
They don't understand Cham at all.
That's very interesting.
Unless you send your kids to study in an Islamic school, and then they been interact with the Cham students, so they might know some of his language, but the rest of the people they don't really speak.
Is there any friction or any cultural problems amongst the different ethnic Muslim communities, Cham and Jawa? Do they all just get along, or is there any friction?
They get along, but amongst the Muslim community in here, we have a small numbers of them who still practice a little bit different from us.
Okay. Yeah.
But very small community. They pray only once a week.
Okay.
Yeah, they pray only once a week.
Yeah.
They are Muslim also, but they pray only once a week.
Yeah.
Small community of them, but we still live and get along with each other as well.
Yeah. It's like most religions, it's separated somehow. And there's little differences, but in the end, still Muslim, still practicing, which is nice. Lovely. Okay, everyone. Arkoun, thank you, everyone. Thank you. Lovely. Yeah. No. Awesome. What I like to ask everyone is, what brings you simplistic happiness? What is the easiest form of happiness that you can achieve?
For myself, before I practice my religions properly, I would say that. Because I've been working with the tourism industry for about 11 years now.
Wow. Okay.
And then day by day just go to work, and then one day off a week, and then I thought myself that what's the point of this life? Why I have to go and work every day for other people, and then I don't have time for myself. So after I came to the mosque and then start to hear about Quran and then Hadith, talking about the hereafter and how to be a real and good Muslim. Then I start to spend more time praying, and then now my happiness is not about have a good positions and earn a lot of money. That used to be what I was thinking, but now I changed. Is I have freedom I have freedom for myself
Yeah.
to use it. Freedom of time, my own money, to spend it, to give it,
Yeah.
Yeah,
Very
with
nice.
family, friends, and people around me.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah, I can 100% agree. And I think a lot of people in the Western world, the same as Kamai here, in the Western world, we might earn more money, but the rent is more. And a lot of people now are just surviving. They're just having enough maybe to go for one beer on a weekend.
Yeah.
And that's a big reason people are coming over to Southeast Asia, is the quality of life. Like you said, the time, the freedom, the capabilities and opportunities. On top of that, ever since I've moved to Siem Reap, the people are nicer than the UK. So sorry, guys. So yeah, I've really enjoyed it here. And yeah, I get it. I feel the same way, that simplistic happiness through making a choice like you did, like I've had to forget about the materialistic, the money, the wealth, be a part of something. It could be a religion, it could be community, it could be to create meaning in your life. So yeah, that's very nice. Fawzi sir.
Thank you, man.
Thank you. Awesome. And Arkoun Jalam. Thank you. Lovely. Bye.
The house.
Oh, okay. Oh, welcome. Yeah, we've been welcomed inside, I think.
They invite me to
thank you, Arkoun
to have a cold lunch with them.
Mới cháu không? Arkoun. Nhớ tao cái môi cái nia ta.
Being welcomed into someone's home, to sit down and eat. And Fawzi was just telling me that in Islam, the importance of sitting down as a family, and we were just speaking, I should have caught it on camera, it was really good. He was talking about the disconnect that we're having in the Western world, and I'm guilty of this, where you get your breakfast, you go, you eat, you go to work. And some of the points that Fawzi was saying is Muhammad was talking about the poisoning. Originally, having a meal, having a meal and eating together is an avoidance of poisoning, but also the effect on each other, to keep each other close, to be able to sit down, like right now, sit down with people I've just met and having a meal. I can appreciate it. So, yeah, amazing. Okay, after sitting down with Fawzi, amazing, interesting gentleman. We were talking about the humbleness that Islam has brought to him. As a young kid that was here there's a social structure. There's poor one, which is families that earn under $2.50 a day. And there's poor two, where you're just about $2.50 or above. So he was in a poor two family, and he worked like crazy in the hotel industry and then in the tourism industry. That's why his English is amazing. But he was saying that he found Islam, and then he has used it and believed and followed it very strictly. He's very dedicated to it. Now it gives him time to be with his mum and dad, support his mum and dad, and be a part of the community. So I can admire the guy a lot. Very nice. Okay, so the first half of this street is predominantly Muslim-run businesses. So it comes to Muslim family restaurant owned by Muhammad. So for those of you who are Islamic, this takes a great selection of halal food, a massive menu of products. So we've ordered our dumpling, we've ordered our chicken, rice, and so people are from us. Salam alaikum. Malaikum. Ah, very good. Nice. So, an amazing opportunity to engage in the Islamic community, meeting Fauzi and some of the people within the mosque was really nice. The restaurants along this road, all Islamic. But more importantly, it was that atmosphere that was created, and I engaged with some of the foreigners, the immigrants, as my friend Abby calls them. A couple from Bangladesh who volunteer in this mosque, a couple of American Islamic gentlemen. But here in Siem Reap, Cambodia, Rosie was saying, even where I'm sitting right now, beautiful little shop owned by a couple of Muslim people here, 15 houses around me. So it's nice. So thank you for the opportunity, brother in the UK, for sponsoring this video. Again, when he does come here, the idea is to open up a nice curry house, upper class but affordable for the Khmer people. So that'll be interesting to see. As for me, Ginge, come out your shell. Find simplistic happiness. Arkoun, Jalan. Bye. Bye. Ta-da! Done. Finished.